JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 3 in custody after stones thrown at cops. The police yesterday arrested a man following the seizure of a firearm and ammunition in Majestic Gardens, St. Andrew, and detained 2 others in a stone-throwing incident involving officers. According to the police, officers were deployed to the area following a flare-up of gang conflict. Police said about 3:15 p.m., a group of men was stopped by officers. The men were searched, and one of them was found to be in possession of an illegal Browning pistol with a magazine containing 1 round. He was arrested. Following the man's arrest, the police said residents became abusive and began to hurl stones at the lawmen, and as a result, 2 other men were taken into custody. The identities of those arrested are being withheld. St. Almond charged after months on the run. The police are reporting that 22-year-old Nicholas Pinnock has been charged after being on the run for over 3 months. The police say that investigators unearthed leads and executed a search warrant at Pinnock's home in Mount Pleasant, St. Anne on Monday. According to the police, items Pinnock stole when he broke into a house in his community on Thursday, May 14, were recovered. He was arrested and later charged with housebreaking and larceny. His court date is being finalized. Portmore businessman Ricardo Miller missing. Ricardo Miller, 51, a businessman of Caville Estates, St. Catherine, has been missing since Saturday, September 5. Miller is of dark complexion, medium build, and about 165 centimeters or 5 feet 5 inches tall. According to the Elsha police, Miller was last seen at his business establishment in Portmore Pines in the parish between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. His mode of dress at the time is unknown. Miller has not been heard from since. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Ricardo Miller is being asked to contact the Elsha police at 876-424-6758. Police emergency at 119, Crime Stop at 311 or the nearest police station. Kingston Central residents admit to vote buying. Donna Parchment Brown, the political ombudsman, has called on residents of Kingston Central who are aware of vote buying leading up to the general election on September 3 to lodge official reports with her office. Money Drop was the chorus being sung on Monday in areas of the constituency such as Almond Town and Tel Aviv to find out the reasons behind residents who over many decades have always voted for a People's National Party PNP candidate switching allegiance in 2020. Scores of residents claimed that up to $15,000 was wrapped in T-shirts and given away by Jamaica Labour Party JLP personalities. The JLP's Donovan Williams emerged victorious over the PNP's Imani Duncan Price. Parchment Brown revealed on Monday that her office has not received any such reports and encouraged persons in the constituency with information to come forward. At the same time, she condemned the many reports of improper conduct across the island, which she said happened leading up to and on election day. I have received no reports yet for Central Kingston, but it would be good to get the particulars, like who it was when it happened, and did the person come in a motor car, she said, while encouraging persons to contact her directly at 876-280-3612 via WhatsApp messages or voice calls. She continued, the Office of the Political Ombudsman is concerned that there were far too many reports of improper actions during the campaign period. We are still open for complaints, so if you know something, please do not hesitate to contact me. However, in Almond Town on Monday, residents, even those who declared themselves to be JLP supporters, claimed that cash was being passed around. However, they noted that that should not be the focus of critics. They expressed disapproval of how the constituency was being run under the PNP, citing neglect, and said the people of Almond Town and other areas in central Kingston took up the best offer. Andre Dawkins, who said that he and his brother are the only persons in his family who support the JLP, said the people were tired of the same old story from the PNP, noting that their problems would be solved after the elections, then nothing materialized. Andrew Henry said he was once a fully paid up member of the PNP, but switched to allegiance and began endorsing the JLP candidate Williams because under the PNP he claims there has been no development in Almond Town. The message I've been spreading to help Donovan Williams win was that when you look at the constituency, there was a clinic on Arnold Road and a doctor's office in Campbelltown, and we once could get prescriptions filled on Itchen Street. All them things they run down under the watch of the PMP. We don't have nothing. We have a brave gunshot to go through Racecourse Cigar Clinic. I was a PMP and I used to work with Ranitwaits, but I can't work with the same people who have been scraping everything for themselves and them family. When them get tickets, if farm work for give out them, give it to them friend and family. We have been talking to Ranitwaits about it, and him never usually listen. But the time comes now when we say, enough is enough. One senior who wished to remain anonymous claimed that anything of value that was ever distributed to the community was given to one set of people all the time. As a labourite, and I go to former MP Ronald Twist to say I need help, there are people around him who say, no, you shouldn't get it because you're not affiliated. Them force him to neglect his own. In Tel Aviv, a young woman who declined to share her name claimed a lot of the young people in the community received cash wrapped in T-shirts as encouragement to vote for the JLP. But as a diehard supporter of the PMP, she denounced vote buying and said all those who received the money may very well end up being neglected for disloyalty. Me vote PMP because me a die-hearted. In a me yard, nobody an a labourite, a pure PMP. So me couldn't go vote for labourite for 5,000 and 15,000. The youth them shouldn't switch, and money cause it. And that's why them say money is the root of all evil. The labourites them don't know say the place is a PMP stronghold. And if the people go vote for labourite because of money, you go want me behind you. The man don't want them behind him. Government to provide 70,000 affordable houses. The government is to provide 70,000 affordable houses for Jamaicans during the course of its new term. This was disclosed by Prime Minister Andrew Holness at his swearing ceremony at King's House on Monday. We will ensure that more Jamaicans have access to land, housing and shelter, Holness said. He said 30% of the homes to be provided will be reserved for the nation's policemen and women, nurses, teachers and civil servants. I particularly like that 10,000 homes will be allocated for young people between the ages of 18 and 35, and will provide them with 100% financing when they seek to purchase these homes, he said. The Prime Minister further noted that each year, the National Housing Trust, NHT, will invest a minimum of $1 billion in social housing to include construction and repairs for those who are not able to purchase a home. In addition, Holness said the new administration also plans to issue more than 30,000 land titles to Jamaicans who have legitimate claims to land that they have occupied and cultivated for generations. Turning to the matter of water shortage, Holness said he is determined to solve this problem, noting that the government has developed a plan to bring approximately 100 million gallons of water per day into the system, involving pumped hydro storage and desalination to cover Clarendon, Kingston, St. Andrew, St. Catherine, particularly the hilly sections and parts of St. Thomas. This will solve once and for all our water storage problem in our utility areas on the southern side of the island and increase the resilience of our country, he said. Councillors warned as Kingston COVID cases near 1,100. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation KSAMC has urged councillors to continue the charge against the spread of the deadly coronavirus as the twin parish leads the nation with positive cases. The call for greater attention to be placed on the pandemic came from Deputy Mayor Winston Ennis on Tuesday during a sitting of the corporation at the Jamaica Conference Centre. At the monthly meeting chaired by Ennis, Councillor for the Waterloo Division, the corporation was warned that we're managing multiple crises and urged to protect the vulnerable as a second more deadly wave of the pandemic sweeps the nation. As of Tuesday, the country recorded 36 COVID-19 deaths with total infections at 3,323. Kingston and St. Andrew lead all parishes with 1,091 confirmed cases, followed closely by St. Catherine with 848. And it's called for councillors to play their part in ensuring that within our divisions, the residents abide by the orders of the government. During the sitting, responses from Town Clerk Robert Hill were made to questions submitted by Councillor Dennis Gordon. The meeting was informed that all contracts for the $35 million in grant funds for ongoing sanitation in the city were processed and issued in accordance with government procurement regulations. The funds were provided by the Tourism Enhancement Fund and the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development. councillors. We all have a role to play, and together we can ensure that we build Kingston stronger coming out of the global pandemic, Ennis told the sitting. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.